Amazing, amazing. What am I supposed to say? Amazing. All right. What do you guys think? What do you think of the amazing inspiration we've had today? Let's give it up for all the speakers today. Absolutely. Nothing short of spectacular. You know, we have a business that allows so many people from so many places, no matter where you are, where you've been, what you've done, there's an opportunity in OrganoGold. And you're listening to people pour their hearts out for you, right? You're listening to people's stories of how they've gone from somewhere to somewhere else, and they're giving you the instructions for success. That's what I love about this company. I started in this business 5.5 years ago, June 22nd, 2008, just like some of the people in the room here, like Aaron, I'm sorry. You know, we didn't have anything when we got started. You know, the Philippines, they had no system, they had no leadership. You know, we had product that didn't even have our name on it. But it didn't matter because it made enough sense to me and my family to start in the business. It made enough sense to do rather than not do. Because, you know, what if what they say actually works? What if some of it works? What if 1% of what they say works? You know, 1% of the coffee drinking market in North America is $1 billion. 1%, that's pretty good. I can live with that. 1%, you know, that would mean that I could talk to 100 people, and 99 of them would say, no, I don't drink coffee, I don't know anybody that drinks coffee, and no, I don't want to try your coffee for free. What's the chances of that happening, right? So what if this works for you? And that's really what the story has been with OrganoGold. You know, we have some amazing stories of some business partners, people that are in the room here today, some amazing support that we've had from these amazing diamonds, blue diamonds, black diamonds, crown diamonds coming up next. I don't know of any other business that I've ever been involved with or that I know of that there's so much of what we call unity and loyalty. All right? So much unity and loyalty. Do you realize how special this company is because of the people? Bernie Chua, you know, our amazing, you know, there's so many words to describe Bernie. You know, the master formulator, the guy who put the big plan together. You know, his partner, Mr. Shane Moran, the global master distributor, the person who's responsible for bringing this treasure to the people of the earth. And of course, Mr. Holton Buggs, the Michael Jordan of network marketing, the Greg Norman of network marketing, the Wayne Gretzky, if you know what hockey is, of network marketing. I mean, there is no better than these three men, and they've been described so many ways, from the Tres Amigos to the three wise men. I just call them my friends and my business partners. And that's what I'm so thankful for, because we have a relationship. You have a relationship with them. And that's really what I want to talk a little bit about today. When we talk about, there's three things. You see some of the diamonds, and they're wearing this jewelry. You know, people ask us all the time, right, Christian or Aaron? They'll say, you know, can you make any money in that coffee thing? We say, well, you know, every now and then we get lucky. Right? See, we don't make income claims, but we don't have to, because people understand the business. They say, you know what? What do you do? I say, well, you know, it's not really what we do, it's why we do it. But if you need to know what our business is we have coffee. You know, we use coffee to, you know, market our business. You know, in our coffee, it's a great tasting product, and it makes you feel better. Well, how does it make you feel? Well, explain it. I said, no, you know, it's best that you just try it. Why don't you just try it and you tell me how you feel? So we don't need to make health claims. We don't have to explain our product to anybody. The best explanation is this. Try this. Participation. Ready for the participation part? If you've been drinking OrganoGold coffee for more than 2 weeks and you feel better, stand up. Stand up. Stand up. Stand up, stand up, stand up. Now, the people who are sitting down, Maybe you're brand new. Look around. If you're wondering how the coffee makes you feel, ask one of these people. Sit down. What more powerful testimonial can you have than that? I'm not making an income claim and I'm not making a health claim. What I'm telling you is, if you drink coffee now, try it. Why don't you tell me how you feel? I would love to hear your story. You know, we have 3 very core values in OrganiGold, and I didn't really understand them at the very beginning of this business. My background, some you know, I was a traditional business person. I was in different industries, and I had made millions of dollars in 2 other industries before I got started in this industry. But see, in those industries, I made a profit. In this industry, I make profit and I make a difference. You see the difference there? There's not too many things in life you can do that you love doing, right? Napoleon Hill says, find what you love to do and you'll never work another day in your life. I'm retired. I'll never work another day in my life, but this is the hardest activity that I've ever done in my life because it's nonstop, and I love it. It fills me up. When I see people like, when I see people like Lilia who, amazing story. You might have listened to her story and said, 12 days to diamond. Wow, she must be so amazingly talented, and she must be Holton Bug's mentor. You missed it, guys. The reason why Lilia has the ability to do that type of thing is not because of her specific skill in any one particular area. It's because she built relationships. See, you need to understand how your income is made in OrganiGold. I know there's people in the room here today that are probably getting sick and tired of hearing Bernie, Shane, and Holton. Boy, Bernie, Shane, and Holton. I've had many people come to events that I've invited and they say, what's with this Bernie, Shane, and Holton? They ask me that around lunchtime. And then by the end of the event, they say, oh, I get it now. See, the way your income is secured in OrganiGold is through these gentlemen. It's through your story. It's through Brian Pillai's story. It's through Aaron's story. It's through Sifu Sham, Grant. It's through diamonds. It's through sapphires. The stories create your income. So when we edify our leadership, it's one of the 3 core philosophies: unity, loyalty, and edification. Edification is one of the strongest skills you can learn. And most of the time, as long as you are a person and you feel for somebody else, that's enough. You can talk of that person. See, we talk of Bernie, Shane, and Holton. Why? Because they have everything we're looking for. These are our leaders, and we're interested in teaching you and introducing you to our business partners. You see people like Brian up here talking about, people who, decided not to give birth because they had a CGM. That's the greatest story I think I've ever heard, and I've heard a lot of great stories. I'll never forget that. Thank you for that. Because now I'm going to take that story and I'm going to tell thousands of people that story. And it's going to affect somebody. And that's what's going to happen. That's what OrganiGold does. OrganiGold affects people. See, in life, you either take action or action takes up against you. You understand? You either affect people in your life or you're affected by people in your life. Right? You understand? And see, edification in our business, it's on purpose. It's a core philosophy of success in no matter what you do. Think about this now. You start talking to people that you know and you like. They know you and they like you. But they probably don't respect today your results in OrganiGold because maybe you don't have any. But now, you introduce them to your business partner, Aaron Steinkeller. Say, I would like to introduce you to my new business partner. He's an extremely dedicated, talented person who cares a lot about other people. He's extremely successful in an industry that has over 80 million people in it, and it's a $160 billion industry. I'm just getting started in this business, but this person has decided to work with me. I'd like to introduce you to him. What do you think the person that you're talking to who knows you and trusts you is thinking about Aaron? They're thinking, man, this guy, I want to be in this guy's team. So the first thing Aaron does is when he talks about you, he says, you know what I'm really happy about is I'm working with Steve, and I know he's new to the industry, but you know what I really love about Steve is, that he's got this desire to succeed. And all of a sudden, that person that you've known and trusted for years, all of a sudden looks at you differently and says, wow, man, Steve, I didn't know you were, we should do something together. Well, you know what? I don't know if you qualify for this business or not, but let's sit down and have a coffee and talk about it. You see how that edification triangle works? You need to do that. So when we talk about Bernie, Shane, and Holton, we do it on purpose because, guys, that's where your income is secured. Why wouldn't you talk about the #1 people in our industry, in the world? Why don't you talk about other diamonds? Guys, even if you don't know them, learn them, learn their stories, talk about them. Vic talked about it. He studied the first magazine that came out. He knew basically every single person in that magazine, and he'd never met any of them. But see, they were his business partners. See, he understands the power of leveraging yourself against that. So when you're looking at this business, guys, you have to realize that edification, even if you're thinking to yourself, man, I'm not going to talk about that guy. He's not on my team. He doesn't do anything for me. I don't get any CV from him. I don't get any, if I help him get started, if I help somebody get started in his business, I don't get anything for that. Wrong attitude. That's the way 98% of the people in the world think. And that's the reason 98% of the people in the world are not wealthy, because they think the wrong things. Stop taking advice from people who don't have what you want, don't have what you picture. Stop doing that. That's some really strong advice. You have a choice. As human beings, we can choose whatever we want. Unfortunately, we tend to choose whatever the crowd chooses. You know what? That coffee, it's okay. I heard about those things. There's so many coffee companies, and it's actually kind of pricey, and I don't know if it really works that great. This friend of mine, who's never had any success in anything in life, and lost his house, and wife left him, and dog died, and he lost his car. But you know what? He told me once that these things never work. Yeah, that's a credible person. Start thinking accurately. Start thinking about people, or start taking advice. Actually, you know what? I'm going to back that up. Do not take advice from anybody that you wouldn't trade places with. How about that? Just use that as a rule. Like, I would definitely trade places with Holton Buggs, just for a couple days. He's got the things that I'm looking for in personal development, in vision, in mission, and the effectiveness that he has on people around the world. I'm looking for that kind of thing. So I would definitely trade places with Shane Moran for a couple of days if I could learn what he knows and I could feel what he feels every day. I would definitely change places with Bernie Chua. Can you imagine being the visionary of Bernie Chua? The person who's going to affect, I believe, the person who's going to affect 1 billion people's lives. I think he will. I think he'll affect at least 1 billion people's lives. I mean, that's only what, 1/5 of the world's population, give or take. I think he can do that. I think we can all help him. I believe that. Now, we don't have a lot of time up here. I wanted to, of course, thank Mr. Sunny Wee for his amazing vision as well. I've very happy and privileged to have not only built a relationship business-wise with Mr. Sunny Wee over the past, we're looking at almost 2 years now, but he's asked, I've created a lifelong friend. We have a lot of similar thoughts away from business. See, and then I'll end with that, is that, this business of OrganoGold, we have coffee. You guys understand our product line, right? I mean, I don't have to talk about that anymore. Everybody who's got up here has explained our product well. You either drink coffee, right? Question 1. You either drink coffee or you drink coffee and you want to make money. Those are the 2 things we talk about, right? You guys understand that? I didn't add anything else there. Do you want to drink coffee or do you want to drink coffee and make money? See? That's the 2 questions. Now, what we talk about is Holton Buggs and Shane asked me one time, they said, I actually had the privilege of sitting down with them one time, and they asked me a couple of questions, and most of it was, what are you doing? Why are you taking so long to do what you're going to do? And what is it that you see that we don't see? See what they did there? Is they made me think about my thoughts. Because they didn't say to me, Steve, you know, everything you're doing is wrong. You know, you're not getting the results that you should be getting. You're a person of influence. People look up to you. Why are you being so selfish? Why aren't you doing the things you're supposed to do? Why do you have such a big ego? He didn't ask me that. He said, Steve, you know, how can we help you to move into the next level of success so that you can become that example for others to follow? You see what I'm saying there? See, I have a relationship. I have a friendship with these people that I'm very, very proud of, and that'll never stop. And when you build your teams, guys, I'm going to give you some really simple advice. When you build your teams, it's very important, and I mean, we have evidence of this in the room here today. You know, there's a reason why, you know, Brian Pillay can move the people he moves, and there's a reason why Lilia can move the people she moves, and Vic, and Grant Ferguson, and Shifu Sham, and Nat and Shanita, and, you know, Eric, and Najib, and Vincent. You know, there's a reason these people move people. Patrick. Because they build relationships. See, relationships build diamond ships. I'm quoting him exactly, aren't I? This is Holton Buggs. This is Shane Moran. Relationships build diamond ships. Sometimes you have to be patient. Yes, I believe that when you get started in the business, everybody wants to sign everybody up at Gold Pack. You want to become a diamond in 37 seconds, and it's beautiful, and I want to be the fastest ever to this point, and I'm going to make my name for my... No, guys, you know what? Most people will never do that. That's okay. This business is built for most people. Did you get that? This business is built for most people because most people need to take some time. They need to build the relationships. See, we start our business with relationships. Who do we normally call when we get started in the business? People we know, like, and trust. Those people generally are the worst people to talk to because they'll have the biggest opinion of what you're doing. But that's where we start. We build relationships. We simply have conversations with people. You know, when I met Sifu Sham, you know, we had a 20-minute conversation. At that time, we were very focused on what each other was looking for. I was looking for somebody who had the mission and the vision to do what I was looking to do. I was looking to partner with somebody who had similar goals as I did. And in a very short period of time, we made a decision to work together. But it's been an ongoing relationship building business ever since. You know, it took Sham 4 months to go diamond. But see, that was because we needed to build the relationship. But he went out there and he worked. And he worked with people that he knew, liked, and trusted. You know, he calls up this one guy, you know, Tansri Abu Bakr. You know, this guy used to run Malaysia. Anything that moved or floated, right? He ran that. And see, so he goes out, no network marketing experience, but he's got a fairly big sphere of influence. He's got a lot of relation. He goes diamond in 3 months. He never did the plan once. He didn't open his back office. He did not. Because he had a team that helped him do that. But he had relationships with people. Do you think it's humanly possible to start with zero, knowing nobody, and go diamond in 11 days? Impossible. But it didn't take her... How long have you been in network marketing? It took her 26 years and 11 days to go diamond. Right? It did. See, that was because she built relationships for 26 years and 11 days. Not 11 days. That's a result of what you did before. That's a result of the relationships you built with people. Okay? This is very, very important that you are patient with the people you're talking to. Because see, not everybody exactly wants what you want right now. But if you're willing to spend time with your people, and I'm not saying spend all your time. I don't want these people to suck your energy and not do anything with them. But I want you to realize that you got to get to know your people. You got to get to know what they want. You got to get to know what they picture, what they dream about. You have to be sympathetic to what you can do for them. See, Holton Buggs and Shane Moran and Bernie Chua, yes, they do this business for profit, but that's gone. They got profit out of the way a long time ago. They do this for a purpose because they're making a difference in people's lives. They use this as a vehicle to make a difference worldwide. And I strongly encourage you to get to a point very quickly where you understand that relationships build diamond ships, yours as well as other people's. And if you're patient enough to do that, you're patient enough to follow the core values of unity. We need to stick together. We're one team, one dream. Loyalty. When things look a little bit rough every now and then, when the seas get a little bit rough, you just don't bail. You stick it out. You know, Holt & Bugs again. You have to stand for something or you'll fall for everything. Right? See, I don't make any of this up. I just listen and I repeat because it makes a lot of sense to me. Maybe it makes a little bit of sense to you. That's all this is about today. You invested your time here today. You invested your Sunday afternoon here today. You will never get this time back. You realize that. This is gone. But if you invested it, then apply it and get a return on your investment. Take this information and apply it to your business, or you know what? Apply it to your life. Whether you're in the business to build a diamond, or you're in the business just to feel better about drinking coffee, or you don't even drink coffee and you just think, you know what, I just want to feel better all the time hanging around with people who make me feel better. Whatever it is for you, that's okay. But apply the information, because knowledge, as we know, we have a lot of scholars in the room here today, knowledge, as we know, is useless unless you apply it, right? You can read all the books you want. You can take all the courses you want. You can study all you want, but if you don't apply your trade, see, for things to change, you must change. Anybody here plan on living for another 5 years? So there's 4 people. Everybody else plans on dying. Guys, participation. Anybody here plan on living for the next 5 to 8 years? I don't know that we have a choice, but anybody plan on it? Yeah, I do too. And see, what I know what's going to happen, and what we're going to be talking about in the near future here, is that we finished wave 1 of OrganoGold. Wave 1 was the attraction and the development of leaders. Hello, look at what we have. World-class leaders from 33 countries. Amazing, right? Very, very unique what they were able to do, what we were able to do. Wave 2, see, wave 1 was the attraction and the development of leadership. And we all do this, right? You all know what that is? 1%, right? Well, we got that done. That's done. Wave 2 now, in the next 5 to 8 years, again, coming from the people that said we would be $1 billion company in 5 years. They said that, and they did it. They said we would be the #1 company in the world. We'd have the #1 lifestyle in the world. We'd have the #1 income earners, and we'd have the #1 people development business in the world, right? Because Holt & Bugs, again, you notice how I keep going back to that, right? I keep going back to what he says. You know, OrganoGold, what? We'll never use people to build the business, right? We know that. We will always use the business to build people. Okay, that never changed. That didn't change in wave 2. Wave 2 now will go from $1 billion company, 1%. Guys, check this out. Are you ready for this? This is gonna freak you out. So 5 years to do $1 billion. You know, 5 years to get our system down, get our leadership going, and start to get some results. Some of those results are world-class, but that's not even really where we're gonna be. The next 5 years, guys, we're gonna be a $10 billion a year company. You know, Grant, let me ask you, you're satisfied with your income right now? It's okay. Is 10 times more better? Yes. See, 10 billion is 10 times more than $1 billion. So I'm just kind of looking at the numbers. Aaron, your income's pretty good. You know, you make what, $2-3 million a year. Is 10 times more okay? Nat and Shanita, your income's not bad for what you guys went diamond in about 35 minutes? Something like that? Right, but it took you 20 years. Your income's okay? Is 10 times more okay? Is that okay with everybody else? Is it okay if we have an opportunity for you to make 10 times more than you do now? Is that okay? That's the vision and the mission, guys. And it will not happen without your support. Remember, this business is built on relationships. It's built on a system. You're going to hear about the system over and over and over again. It's built on unity, loyalty, and edification. I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm an OrganoGold Diamond, living the #1 lifestyle in the world, affecting thousands, soon to be millions of people worldwide. Thank you. I appreciate you all.